Bonjour. Welcome to Gigi's Vintage Therapy at gmail.com. Now tonight we're going to do a very short video. Due to time constraints and some things that had happened with my dry cleaning, I am doing a different lot than what I had originally planned. So what I'm showing, and we're showing this very quickly, just to give you an idea of what I'm selling. I'm not giving any prices tonight because next week we'll be going over everything in detail. So tonight, and it is April 25th, 2024, 5:16, time is 5:16 p.m. where I'm at. Okay, so I'm showing 56 pieces of jewelry in this session, and I'm showing 5 1950s dance or prom dresses, 7 Victorian and or Edwardian dresses, 3 Victorian corset covers, 6 1920s silk dresses, 2 1920s coats, 11 1930s dresses, 19 1940s dresses and a suit, a 1940s suit, and then 8 1950s skirts, day dresses, and 1 1950s coat, 3 pairs of 1940s heels for women, and 11 1940s hats for women, and an 1800s boater hat with green plumes. And then for the men, 1 silk or beaver top hat, Victorian, with its own leather carrier, Victorian hat box, and 1 derby hat with its carrier, a 1940s swimsuit, and 4 pairs of women's gloves. And that's what we have tonight. And next we'll do I'll show you a quick sample of the different eras. We're showing 6 eras. So Victorian, Edwardian, 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, and 1950s. This would be So here are 2 Victorian Edwardian dresses. These are museum quality. This one is a hobble dress, a very rare, because they only did hobble dresses, I think, for a period of 10 years. 1913. This is a really beautiful print of a Edwardian dress, silk, in good condition. We have, these are all lingerie dresses. I'm not taking them out of the bag tonight. When we go over in detail we'll have a better look at all of these. And then next we have 1920s dresses. Here's lingerie. This is what they wore under the 1920s dresses. And then this is a crepe silk dress, perfect condition. And next we have, that's a few of the 1920s dresses. Here we have an Art Deco robe, 1930s slip underneath that. And then this is a late 1920s going into the 1930s silk dress. And I included some jewelry pieces on each one just to give you an idea of the possibilities of the type of jewelry that could be worn with these antique or vintage pieces. This is a satin hostess gown, very old Hollywood style. I have two of these. Next we'll start showing some 1930s dresses. This is a beautiful pink silk crepe 1930s dress. This is a 1930s linen chartreuse dress, very pretty. Another 1930s gown. Here are some 1940s novelty print dresses during the wartime era dresses. This is a beautiful silk 1940s dress. And this is a 1940s day dress, the pleats, belt, and I have to find the two gold tone, they're almost like cufflinks, but they're buttons that keep the dress together. And this is a 1940s suit, very pretty. It has the A-line skirt. And I just included a necklace. Here's the A-line skirt. Gabardine, wool gabardine. And here is a 1940s silk dress, novelty print. And here is a 1940s three-piece ensemble. It's got the wool, no flea, no moth bites. And this is a beautiful 1940s overcoat with a matching suit. Look at the detail on this. A-line skirt, beautiful. Let's see, here's another 1940s navy blue, pearlized buttons, pleats. And we're into the 1950s. Here's a novelty circle skirt from the 1950s. Metal zipper. Full circle. Novelty with, looks like roosters or hens. And 1950s day dress with a circle skirt and a little bolero, lavender. And a bit of a dressier 1950s day dress with a circle skirt. Sort of a rayon material. And here is a set, a 1950s cotton skirt with a matching blouse and the belt. finding belts with these sets, with these skirts, even a blouse, is rare. And then here's a robe one would have worn in the 1950s. Very heavy. And then I have vintage ties, but we won't go over those. But here's just a snippet of what I do have. These are probably 40s, 50s vintage. So here is this little cape is over 100 years old, and it would probably be for somebody who just wants to study it because it is shattering. But it is beautiful with the lace. I think that might be French lace. And then the inside is beautiful silk print, orange, floral, and then the bow. I'm surprised it's even together as much as it is. And then I'll show a few more pieces. Here's a Victorian bustle skirt. Beautiful. The bustle, it hangs longer in the back because a little bustle held it up a little bit. And I bought this at an estate sale. And I also have extra material. Someone must have been sewing this, and there's material enough for the blouse and some ribbon. And that'll go with the skirt. And then we have now, this is a lingerie, Victorian lingerie dress. But I think maybe it was either used as in an event, maybe even a marriage. This could be a wedding dress. It's got satin ribbons, and it's got these little crocheted, looks like pine cones on the collars. It's 3 tiers of tulle, silk tulle, 3 tiers. And the embroidery is Lily of the Valley embroidery on every tier. 1, 2, 3. Very beautiful. There's the back collars, comes to the point. This is a 1920s little green velvet dress. Bow, silk lining here. Very pretty. This is a 1930s or 40s hostess gown. Satin. Old Hollywood. Beautiful. And this is a 1950s princess cut style coat. This is what they would have worn over the big bouffant dresses under which they wore crinolines. So the coats had to be circle coat as well to cover the dresses. And this is a 1930s crepe dress. Looks like silk crepe. There's a bit of, it does have some issues, some, looks like fading there. Satin bows and ribbon work here, but it's beautiful. A lot of detail on those sleeves. And this is either a 30s or a 40s, but it has a side zipper, so I'm thinking it might be 40s. No shoulder pads. But this is silk. Peplum hanging around the waist to the hips. And we included a necklace. I think this necklace is 1960s. And this is another 1940s. Has the side zipper, or it could be a late, yeah, this is a 40s dress. Has its own belt, swing skirt. And then we have these beautiful prom dresses. Now this would be great for Valentine's Day. This is 1950s. This is another 1950s prom dress. I put a amethyst necklace with it with hematite. And this came with its little, this must be a wrap of some sort, because it hooks right to the top of the bust. And this is a beautiful prom dress. It's got this going on in the back with the bow, the puffy, and the puffy ruffles at the bust, and the ruching at the waist. And it's a dropped waist. Circle skirt in perfect condition. And then this is a 1950s, also a circle skirt, but this one has with little diamonds, or not diamonds, but rhinestones, pronged rhinestones inset on the dress and the souttage. Very beautiful, shiny, perfect condition. So in the back, you're looking at a 1920s rust-colored silk and velvet dress. It's very detailed. It has the panels on the sides, and it has drops on the cuffs, velvet, and that's in very good condition. And then here on the mannequin, let's take this little hat off here. This is a 1940s very sculpted blouse. There's a zip up the side, there's ruching here, and very strong shoulders, so there's shoulder pads, and then it's got this like a ruched ruffle here off to the side, very 1940s, and it has a scalloped bottom, and it comes lower in the back. Very classy. And here we have a 1920s beautiful hat. It has some very pretty, probably rare feathers. I don't know what kind of bird, but then it's got these feathers and this net. This net is unbroken. When I look for hats, I try to find the hats with the nets that don't have the holes. And you can place this either like that. You can place this net different ways because it's long. And then what the blue lady is wearing is a 1940s swimsuit. It's in perfect condition, and it has boning through the bust and through the side, 1940s. So that ends the tour of session 6. I will have prices within the next couple weeks. We'll be shooting the same bunch of items, but I will have prices by then. And I hope that you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you had fun touring, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Miigwech.